Hello! This Trombone Journal video will be on multi-phonics. And the reason for that is because I have to prepare a piece which has multi-phonics. Actually a couple of pieces. In just about 1 month I will play a joint recital with the organist Martin Persson in Kristiansand in Norway. And we will play one piece by Egil Hovland for trombone and organ, and he will play some Icelandic piece for solo organ. I will play a piece by Guðni Valborg Guðmundsdóttir, a real tongue twister of a name. A piece she wrote for me 1 year ago. Yes, 1 year ago. And that piece has some multiphonics, not so much, but it has this multiphonics where I have to play and sing at the same time. And that is the predominant when you talk about multiphonics, then we are talking about playing and singing at the same time, as most of you know already. So in this piece, it starts with a fifth. So this is the beginning of the piece. So just bear with me if you're interested. And so on. So it's playing around with playing one note and singing the same note, and then glissing first, just a minor second from that tone. And when I was playing it just before, it just came to my mind that it's actually a fascinating exercise in intonation. Of being aware of when you really have the minor second, and it's consistent, and it's alive, and it's quite challenging to play one note and singing a minor second above it. So, as a combination of these two notes, then when played on the trombone, because the trombone is such an acoustical instrument, then there's something else that starts to resonate. Let's try one more time. So when played like that, when the F and the G flat are really fighting for the role of the tonic, or the fundamental, then it's so fascinating, this kind of pulsation that starts to happen. And I'm sure you can pick it up with a microphone. And of course, the minor second has a ratio of something. I can't remember what it is. But if a perfect fifth is a 2-3, or 3-2, the minors, I don't know, but there is this pulsation, this kind of polyrhythm that starts to hear when the two notes are presented at the same time. And it gives us kind of a tense feeling. Let's try if I first play by singing the same note. You can see it's quite complicated to really, sustain the note in a way that it is on the same level as the played note. So there are some fluctuations there. They're fine. But now I'm trying to find this pure balance of the two notes. And as always, when finding balance, it can never be a forced thing. It has to happen. You have to allow it to happen. So now I noticed that at one point I kind of dropped the voice or something like that. I think so, yes. And as a way to find the balance again, I made myself bigger in a way. I had a bigger perspective. So I found the balance by embracing something bigger than just the intonation. Just not the pitches. It's not the pitch. It's the balance. That's the point. So now from this balance, I'll go to the distortion of it. So this minor second played together, it's such a complicated interval because it's so far from the natural order in a way. If you look at the overtone series, then the minor second with the F and the G flat. It's quite far. And so it sounds, quite far, quite harsh, quite dissonant. Let's try by maybe glissing up to a major second. Variety is still quite dissonant, of course. It's so close to each other. But still, there's less of a, you can say that, less dissonant. Oh. Already a bit more open, more relaxed in a way. Especially if you look at the fifth. Now you probably thought that I was playing the ninth F here and the G here, and then glissing up to the third, the A. And you could feel that it was so much, it was like coming home in a way. And why? Yeah, because the third is more a tone, it's closer to the fundamental, because the overtone series. So it sounds more rewarding, more rich, more balanced, more natural. You can also feel that the tenth, the major tenth from the F down here and the A here is more resonating than the one here, especially on the trombone. And why is that? Yeah, because the F here is so rich that the third is difficult to find its place. It's too close, too compact. It doesn't have the freedom to resonate in a sense. So it's difficult, it's complicated. Because you have to allow many things to touch us, to find this balance. And if you concentrate too much on, is this too sharp or too flat, then we are approaching intonation in a very limited way. Because intonation, pure intonation, is just a consequence of things being in sync, of the balance. And the balance is in many fields. It's also in the dynamics. To play around with these funny things, and don't be too worried if it doesn't sound good. Maybe it's not meant to sound good. And who are we to go against what is meant to be? Now, because in my voice, that the two parts of my voice, the chest voice and the head voice, were battling themselves. Who should sing the D? It's funny. One advice is not to play multiphonics for too long. It can have weird effects on your voice. But that's also fine. When the voice starts to break, and there are wonderful things that happen. And just embrace it. Embrace these weird things in your quest of coming closer to good intonation. Because it's so clear when something is in tune. It's wonderful. It's such a wonderful feeling of balance. But it can also be wonderful if things are not in tune. Attention can be just as interesting as the release of it. So play around with going from something that is stable and embrace the instability, and then coming back. Let's try the fifth. From the general to the specific, again and again. So if you are not finding the balance, the answer is never to focus in. Never. It's like if you have your camera and you're looking at a mountain through a camera or a pyroscope or whatever it's called. And you're looking, and there is a stone that you can't find. Now the answer to finding the stone can't be to zoom more in, because then you would need more, it would take longer. No, you zoom out. You zoom out, you have a bigger perspective, and then, there's the stone, and from there, and you have it, you can zoom in. But when you don't have it, zoom out. If it doesn't come, relax. If you need to breathe, breathe. As simple as that. Because of the power of the acoustical trombone, that even if you play one note and sing another, the overtones will emerge. So you can have a harmonic experience, even though you're only playing empty balls. This suspension. the sixth, coming to the fifth. There are wonderful trombonists that can play amazing things with multiphonics. James Morrison, can't remember. There's something Morrison. Alan Trudell, of course Christian Lindbergh and all of them. Look out. And then all of the jazz players, which I can't remember all the names. But it's such a wonderful tool of expression and also of the research into, everything. So you can really play chords on a trombone. Embrace the weird things. Embrace everything that happens. Embrace the instability. Embrace each moment. Because even if things are not going the way you want, then it's up to you to learn from it. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the process of being and becoming a better musician.